If your lens isn't 50 millimeters, you're a communist!
Hi friends! Today I want to talk about long lenses and street photography. Street photography culture has a way of making you feel like you need to shoot with the smallest package you can. That sounded weird. Shoot with the smallest camera and lens that you can. And that is a good practice in general, but long lenses, I think, are allowed to have a place in street photography. Obviously, it's photography, it's art, do whatever you want. Long lenses have a very specific and fantastic look to them that I have seen done really well in street photography. So don't box yourself in, dang it. I want to talk about, real quick, I'm gonna go through a list of things that I think in my brain are characteristics of long lenses. Some are pros, some are cons. Each characteristic has pros and cons. And then I'm going to go into talking about a photographer that I've been following for a long time who has excellent work. She shoots with long lenses. But first, just real quick, long lenses create compression. So, you know, if you have a giraffe on a beach and you take a photo of the giraffe, the beach is going to look closer. The background of the beach is going to be closer. It's going to be like a sandwich. Long lenses can create a very cinematic look. Movies use long lenses a lot of times, and so that's what I mean by a very cinematic look. They have a way of looking very movie-esque, and it all comes down, of course, to how you shoot with the lens and what lens you have too. That will help you create that kind of look if that's what you're wanting. And of course colors come into play too. Long lenses create flattering portraits. A lot of portrait photographers use these in their studios because it has a way of making the face and the body look very flattering. 85 millimeters, 100 millimeters, things like that. Long lenses are a way to keep clutter out of a frame. Now you can do this with any lens. You can, if you know how to shoot, a huge part of street photography in general is keeping things out of the frame that detract from the focus and the vision of the photo. Long lenses have a specific way of doing this, which is, literally cutting things out of the frame. You have less in the frame, it's zoomed in more. So it's a great way to cut out of the frame. So using foregrounds, objects, I'm going to read that again. Using foreground objects as frames. So using things like windows and walls and stuff like that as frames is something that can be done very well with long lenses. And it looks awesome when it's done well. It pulls the focus in on the subject, and that's always a good thing. The biggest con of shooting with a long lens is you lose versatility, both in movement and in your photos. If you've ever shot a photo of a child inside a house, like a room, a small room, right? If you have the kid running around, he's freaking out, and you're trying to take a photo of him with a 500 millimeter lens, it doesn't work out very well generally, unless you really know what you're doing. But you get my point. Long lenses are, you lose a lot of versatility on what you can shoot with them. There are shots that you just won't be able to get because... So I made a video about one of my favorite street photographers, and she's been a huge inspiration in my work. So we're going to go and check that out right now. Okay, so we are here on the Flickr world. I want to show you, Laura Malucci. I hope I said that right. I've been following her for a very long time on Flickr, and she has absolutely excellent work. And a big part of her work is street photography. And these are all her, this is her page. But I want to show you some of the favorites that I have kind of picked out to illustrate my point, and are just kind of some of my favorites in general. The main thing, I totally skipped over this, but this is the main reason I wanted to show you guys her today, was her cinematic look that she has on all of her photography is so beautiful, so wonderful, and you can tell how the long lens aids that now. Also, her colors aid that. I will say that her colors definitely aid that look, and also the black bars. You can tell she crops in and kind of gives it a letterbox look, but the lens, this look would not be achieved without a long lens. This photo illustrates really well the idea of using foreground elements to frame your subject. So this is almost very abstract. There's a lot of mystery in the image. Where are they? What's going on? I mean, the commuter, but the image itself, where are they? This looks like a person in the foreground, but just the framing, I mean, just so much interest, in my opinion, in this photo. What is she reading? You can see her she's obviously waiting to get somewhere. Just really cool, really amazing look. I love it. Makes me happy inside. Okay, next, this is a good one. Using objects to frame your subject. Now, this is a technique that you can use this at any focal length, right? You can frame your this could have been achieved with a 24 millimeter lens, but it wouldn't be the same. It would be a different. You would have to frame it a little differently, I'm sure. But once again, using this to kind of frame the subject, bring the focus in on the eyes. It's very tight. The angle is very tight. So, just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Overall, what I want you guys to get from this is just the type of look you can get and how different it is from a shorter lens. This is another one. This actually leans into more photojournalistic kind of stuff, I think. It has a very photojournalistic type of look. Still cinematic, of course. Love how he's on the right side of the frame. This large object and him, and the background is still completely out of focus. It brings the focus in on him very nicely. That would be hard to do with a shorter lens, I feel like. This one's incredibly cinematic looking, and I love that. And this leans into what I was talking about, when I said it's very important how you shoot. Now, when you're shooting on the set of a film, a good videographer knows that if you want to have a movie-esque look, a huge part of that is making your camera be level with your subject. And you can see here that she must have gotten down a little bit to make her angle be level, because if she was above the person, it wouldn't look the same at all. But this looks like a screenshot from a movie. I mean, it's awesome. Freaking, oh, look at all the bling. What? A baby? I don't know why she has a baby there. A lot of people don't wear those anymore. That's a fashion statement. Pretty cool stuff. This one is fantastic to me. I love. This is maybe a little less on the street. Maybe she was on this. See, I didn't get this at first. I think maybe she was on the. Stop it, Cooper! You're being annoying. Chill. What do you want? Get your ball. Take your ball. Take your ball elsewhere. So I was looking at this photo before. I didn't realize what she was doing, but she's actually shooting through a window. And there's it's the guy doing his thing, but I couldn't figure it out because I thought she was shooting from inside the shot. Now she might be, but it looks like she's shooting through a window. Illustrates my point once again. Using foreground objects as frames for your shot pulls in a lot of interest, creates depth. That's another thing that long lenses can do so well, is create a sense of depth. And it's just very cool. I don't know what he's making, but I want to know what he's making. I want to meet this guy. He looks interesting. Fantastic. This is another example of using foreground elements. Load. There we go. I love how this guy, the actual photo itself, or the part of the photo that's actually of something, is like 1/3 of the photo. Like the rest of the photo is taken up, but it creates all this interest. Where is he at? What's he doing? Sense of depth. And you don't notice depth until it's not there. That's my thought for the day. So one thing I love about Laura is she is the kind of street photographer that really stays back and hovers. She's a hoverer, and she really stays away from the action and kind of gets things as they happen around her. I think it's such, she does it so well here. She's obviously really far away from these people. Talk about compression, like what is going on back here? This building looks ginormous. I don't know what it is. Really cool. Just beautiful shot. She captures moments because she's able to hover and of course because she has that eye and that talent. So this photo epitomizes why I love long lenses in street photography. Everything about it is perfect. I love the using foreground elements once again. All this depth. I mean, there's so much depth here. It's like you have 3D movies and then you have really well done cinema photography that creates a sense of depth that doesn't make your head hurt. This is beautiful. I love this. The way that you have the entire scene summed up for one, but the focus is still on the girls. And you can't even see what they're doing, so it's like what there's mystery about what they're doing. Is this an iPad? Are they reading a book? Are they looking at cute boys? You never know. You never know. Just an extremely, extremely tight shot. I want to look at let's look at some metadata here. 135 millimeters. She must use that one a lot. That must be a prime. F2. So obviously much more out of focus background and foreground with the F2 going on there. Probably closer to, I'd imagine. 2/50th of a second, 1000 ISO. Just a beautiful, beautiful photo. I think it illustrates all of the points that I was saying, including the negative, because she had to be very choosy with her shots, I'm sure, in this kind of environment. It's a very close environment. She can't get a wide shot by any stretch of the imagination with this long of a lens. But just all these things, very cinematic, like I said. What was the other point I had? Hold on, let's look at my list here. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Flattering portraits, obviously. Very cinematic look. Keeps the clutter out of the frame, the clutter of everything that was going on in the background, yeah. Just an amazing photo, and it makes me want to go out and shoot with a long lens. I love it. So anyway, that is her username is Orion 1959. Wait, that's her URL. I'll put her URL in the description, which is what I was planning to do anyway. I don't even know why I was trying to tell you guys what her username was. Laura Malucci, great photographer. Her photography makes a very strong case for long lenses in street photography. But overall, it's all about your expression. Hi. So yes, expression. What is your expression, and what kind of photos do you want to create? Each focal length is dynamic in its own little special way, like a child. It's like, one child is a piano prodigy, and then the other child is a blacksmith lawyer, like a lawyer for blacksmiths. That's a niche. Which lens is your child? I think is really the question we're going after here today. That's all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, if I have brought you any value, like, comment, subscribe. If I brought you enough value to subscribe. I also have a tip jar, and I also have design prints for artists on my on jamesred.net if I brought you that much value. But yeah, just comment, whatever. Just let me know that I brought you some value, and that will make me happy inside, and I will make more videos for you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go get some more iced coffee. You go be productive, create things, change the world. Cooper's a dog. I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Bye, friends. Bye. I don't know why I'm walking away.